Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sandi Prawira from Translation, Theory, and Practice Class B. Tonight, I would like to tell you about the translation of various texts and commentary from English to Indonesia and Indonesia to English. And tonight, I would like to tell you about the method and the procedure that I used while translating the three practice that has been given by our lecturer, Bu Novalinda. Okay, let the discussion begin. The first is procedure and strategy in translation. The procedure of translation. The translation procedure are used for sentences and smaller units of language within the text. Translation procedure are the technical devices used to transfer the meaning of a text in one language into a text in another language. So between the three practice that have been given, I use technical translation and barely use organizational procedures, and sometimes I also use the true translation. Okay, the three type of translation, I will discuss about it. The first is technical translation. The technical procedures concern the process. The meaning of the technical translation is the technical procedure concern the process followed of the translator in converting an SL text into a target language text. Technical procedure consists essentially of three phases. In technical procedure, there are SL, which is source language, and TL, or target language. The three phases in technical procedure are: number one, analysis of the source language and target language. Number two, a thorough study of the source language text before making attempts to translate it, or a careful study of the SL text. 3. Making judgments of the semantics and syntactic approximation. In other words, determining of the appropriate equivalent words. The technical procedure concerns the process followed the translator in converting a source language into a target text language. I use this procedure while doing the translation practice, which are the technical translations. And the next is organizational procedures. Organizational procedure is a procedure in continually re-evaluating text that has already been translated. In other words, a translation, even though it comes from the same text but translated by different translator, make procedure different translation. In addition, organizational procedures are also useful for examining the communicative effectiveness and accuracy of a text. So this method, I think this method is only trying to send the meaning send the meaning of the translations to the reader, not translate the grammar, but it translate a text as a whole, not words per words. And how I use this organizational procedure? I use this by, when I'm done translating a sentence, I reread the translation carefully and see if there is a mistakes or grammatical errors. This process happens most of the time. Yeah, I mean organizational procedure is after we translate a text by any methods or methods, we as a translator usually re-evaluate the text that has been translated, and re-evaluating and by reread the messages. So I mean by reread the text to make sure that the translation is already correct and accurate. I use this organizational procedure while translating the data diri students, data diri text. Yeah, I use this when translating it, the scholarship one. Okay, the procedure and translation number 3 is a thought translation. This procedure is a literal translation of common collocation, names of organization and components and compounds. It can also be called calco or loan translations. So this thought translation translates every single words, and even it translates the name of an organization or name of a team, such as Yayasan Vandeventir Mas Indonesia to Vandeventir Mas Indonesia Foundation, and Enterprise Kumar to Perusahaan Kumar. Next is translation strategy. The translation strategy that I use, there are 2 strategy. The first one is global translation strategy or translation method. The overall strategy you apply to a text as a whole. The primary choice you have to make here is how close to the source text you want your target to be. The global strategies are applied in response to the question how to translate this text of this kind of text. There are 4 parts in global translation strategies, which are word-for-word translations. It is the preservation of word order and as literal translation as possible of individual words, including cultural words. The next is literal translations. This is apart from literal as possible translation of individual words, grammatical structures, and are converted into the nearest target language. The third is faithful translation. Faithful translation stays and, if possible, within the constraint of the grammatical structure of the target text, but draws on some textual factor. The fourth is semantic translation. The semantic translation is more emphasized on naturalness than in faithful translation, and translation of certain cultural words into a neutral equivalent. So such as while translating the bendy boogie sound and tuk tik tak tik tuk sound, which are from Indonesian word, it translated to English as the nearest closeness in English, such as tuk tik tak tik tuk, is translated into clang 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 in English, so that the English reader will understand the words in detail. Another example of semantic translation is he is a bookworm. In semantic translation, it translated as dia adalah seorang yang suka membaca. While in the faithful translation, it will be translated by the meaning of one words to one words, such as dia adalah seorang kutu buku. Dia adalah seorang kutu buku. The next is local translation strategies. The local translation strategies correspond to the question how to translate this structured idea. This strategy basically divided into the two of the dialect procedure and indirect procedure. The direct procedure, there are literal translation, which is translate the text by words to words, and there are transference. Transference is a transfer a word into a text by adjusting the word pronunciation, such as computer with C in the capital letter into the computer with the K in the first letter. Number 3 is translation loan. It will transfer into the word literally. Example, status quo to status quo. And the translation procedure, the indirect procedure, there are two, which are equivalence, focus on equivalence in meaning in the perspective of the reader of the target text. This means that you may sacrifice equivalent in form, or you might have to choose something which is not exactly the same thing as in the source text, but the closest in the target language. Number 2, there's a shift, which consists with transposition, modulation, and compositional analysis. Okay, I think that's all that I explained to you. So while translating the three practices, mostly I use the procedure of translation, the technical translations, organizational procedures, and true translation. And okay, thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoy it. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.